Welcome to the channel. Let me ask you something. How many chances have you missed simply because you didn't understand a woman's signals? This isn't speculation. It's a psychological fact. Body language never lies. But if you don't know how to read it, you might be overlooking key moments that may never come again. As a mature, confident man, it's natural for women to feel drawn to you. But here's the truth. They're rarely direct. Not because they don't want to be, but because subtlety has always been part of their nature. A woman knows how to show interest without saying a word, through small gestures, movements, and expressions that seem casual but are full of intent. The problem? Most men sleep on these cues. If you can't read her eyes, her body language, or the unspoken energy between you, you'll miss out on connections that could have changed your life. But don't worry, we're fixing that today. I'm going to reveal 9 powerful signs rooted in female psychology and body language that show when a woman is truly into you. And no, these aren't the tired cliches you've heard 1,000 times. These are the subtle signals that actually matter, the ones that separate men who see attraction from those who overlook it. My name's Celia, and here we dive deep into the hidden dynamics of attraction, confidence, and connection. Details most people completely miss. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay until the end, because once you understand these signals, you'll see women differently, and they'll start seeing you differently too. Let's begin. The body always speaks, even when the mouth stays silent. One of the most honest indicators of interest lies in the feet. Unlike our hands or facial expressions, we don't consciously control our feet. So, if you're talking to her and her feet are pointed directly toward you, it's not random. It's a subtle, subconscious way her body aligns with yours. Her attention, both physical and emotional, is focused on you. Think about it. When someone feels uncomfortable or disinterested, their body, especially their feet, naturally turn away, toward the nearest exit or distraction. But when her feet stay aligned with you, she's not just listening. She's invested. Her body is mirroring her attraction, even if she's not aware of it. Imagine this. You're in a meeting or a social setting, and while you're talking, you notice something subtle. Her feet stay pointed towards you. Even if she turns her head or gestures with her hands, her lower body remains anchored in your direction. That's not random. It's her body language subconsciously seeking connection with you. Now, this doesn't mean you should start analysing every woman's feet. But when this signal shows up alongside other positive cues, it's a strong sign she's interested. So, what should you do if you pick up on it? Don't call it out. Don't act differently. Just use that moment to deepen the conversation. Ask something meaningful. Get a little more personal. Her body is, in a sense, opening a door for you. And speaking of signals that go beyond words, let's talk about another powerful one, her hands. When a woman is interested, her hands often reveal what's happening in her mind. Nervous excitement, curiosity, attraction, all of it tends to show through small, repetitive movements. She might play with her jewelry, twist a ring, touch her neck, adjust her watch, or smooth out her clothes. She's not really focused on those objects. It's her energy expressing itself, an unconscious way to release the emotion stirred by your presence. Picture this. You're talking, and she starts fiddling with her necklace, gently turning it between her fingers as she listens. That's not about the necklace. It's about you. These gestures are soft, subtle, and often repeated, like she's trying to channel that nervous energy into something her hands can control. Psychologically, this behavior isn't random. People often do it around someone they're drawn to. It's either a way to self-soothe or to subtly draw your attention. So, if you notice her doing this, look at the full picture. Is she maintaining eye contact? Does her tone sound warm and engaged? Does she tilt her head slightly while listening? Each of these signs might seem small on their own, but together, they tell a story. A quiet one that says, you've caught her interest. When she's showing these listening signals, they're a good sign her interest is focused on you. So how should you respond? The key is not to rush things. Keep the flow natural. Ask her thoughtful questions that help build a deeper, more personal connection. Give her space to feel comfortable. If those signals keep showing up, it's a strong indicator she genuinely enjoys being around you. Now, let's move on. Because if her hands can reveal attraction, her posture can make it even more obvious. One of the most fascinating parts of body language is how a woman subtly adjusts her posture around someone she likes. If she's normally relaxed or casual, but suddenly straightens her back, lifts her chin slightly, or even fixes her clothes when you appear, that's her body speaking before she does. Picture this. You walk into a room and see her sitting casually. Then, the moment she notices you, her posture changes. She fixes her hair, crosses her legs more gracefully, or shifts in a way that highlights her best features. Those movements aren't random or vain. They're her subconscious way of presenting her best self. A quiet invitation for your attention. Psychologically, the body reacts instinctively to attraction. It's a natural way of trying to leave a positive impression, showing interest without a single word. So, if you notice her doing this, pay attention to how it develops as you talk. Does she keep that posture? Does she play with her hair or adjust her clothes more often than usual? Those small gestures are her body's way of saying, your presence matters, and if you pick up on it, respond in kind, mirror her energy. Keep your posture open, confident, and relaxed. That unspoken exchange is where attraction quietly deepens. Smile genuinely. Let her feel that you've noticed her too. That simple mix of visual and emotional connection makes her feel at ease and encourages her to keep showing her interest. Now, speaking of expressions, let's talk about one of the most revealing ones, her smile. When a woman is attracted to you, her smile often appears at the most unexpected moments, even before you've said anything funny. And that means something deeper. You see, a woman's smile is one of the most powerful gestures of attraction, but not just any smile. It's the one that shows up for no clear reason. Maybe you're talking about something ordinary, yet she's smiling as she looks at you. It's as if just being around you brings her genuine joy. That spontaneous, unprompted smile is one of the clearest signs of attraction. It's not rehearsed, it's not polite. It's her subconscious expressing how comfortable and happy she feels in your presence. Most of the time, she doesn't even realize she's doing it. When you notice that, don't ignore it. That's your cue to keep the energy flowing. Stay engaged, keep the conversation alive, and let the spark grow naturally. And how should you respond? With a sincere, warm smile of your own. That shared exchange, eye contact, and a real smile builds emotional chemistry and lets her know you've noticed her gesture. But smiles aren't the only way women show interest. Sometimes the strongest signals are in the small, almost invisible ways she tries to get closer to you, often without even realizing it. We'll dive into that next. So if you've been enjoying this video and starting to catch signs you may have missed before, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Stay with me until the end, because the most surprising signals are still coming. For those who truly want to understand what a woman's body language is really saying, I have a final insight that could completely shift how you read her signals. Also, let me know in the comments. What country are you watching from? I'd love to know. Let's continue. A woman's interest isn't always expressed through words. It's often revealed in small, subtle movements that seem casual yet carry a clear purpose: to be closer to you. If you notice that, without any real reason, she subtly adjusts her position to be near you, or finds excuses to close the distance, you're witnessing one of the most powerful signs of attraction. For example, imagine you're talking in a group, and she unconsciously shifts her body toward your side. Or maybe you're sitting across from each other, and she angles her arm or body just slightly to align with yours. It's not forced or obvious, it's natural. Her body is responding to her emotions, trying to connect with you on an instinctive level. Psychologically, when we're drawn to someone, we're wired to want to share the same space. It's our subconscious way of feeling closer, without crossing any physical boundaries, but still making our interest known. So how can you tell if this is a genuine sign of attraction? Pay attention to whether she does it only with you. If she doesn't act this way around others, that's a strong indicator that her focus and interest is directed at you. Now, what should you do when you pick up on this? Don't pull away or act uneasy. Let the closeness happen. Stay relaxed, confident, and open. If you're comfortable, you can subtly mirror her movement. It deepens the sense of connection and shows you're receptive to her energy. Now, let's take it one step further. When a woman's attraction is genuine, it's not just about being near you, it's about being in sync with you. You'll notice her body language starts to mirror yours, almost like the two of you are moving in rhythm without even realizing it. This is called unconscious mirroring, and it's one of the most fascinating signs of mutual attraction. She leans in when you lean in. She matches your tone, your gestures, even your pace. It's her body's instinctive way of saying, I feel connected to you. Picture this. You cross your arms while talking, and moments later, she does the same. Or maybe you take a sip of your drink, and suddenly she picks up her glass too, even though it had been untouched for minutes. Those little gestures, they're not coincidences. They're signs that her mind is subconsciously syncing with yours, that she feels comfortable and connected. Psychology calls this mirroring, a natural, unconscious way we build rapport and show interest. It's her body's silent way of saying, I'm tuned into you. I get you. I like where this is going. When you notice her mirroring you, take it as a green light to deepen the connection. Keep the energy flowing naturally. No need to test it or call it out. Just stay present and let that subtle synchrony do the work for you. Now, speaking of synchrony, there's another cue that shifts when a woman is genuinely interested: her tone of voice. When attraction is in play, her voice often softens, slows down, or takes on a warmer tone, especially when she's speaking to you. It's not something she consciously controls. It's an emotional response to how she feels in your presence. Picture this. You're in a group conversation. Her tone with others is casual and neutral, but when she addresses you, there's a noticeable change, a hint of softness, maybe a more inviting rhythm, as if she's creating a private moment in a public space. Psychology explains that emotions subtly shape the way we communicate. When she's drawn to you, her body and mind naturally work together to express closeness, and her voice becomes one of her most telling signals. So, if you catch that tonal shift, don't overlook it. Match her energy. Stay calm, listen intently, and let your own tone reflect the same warmth. That mutual rhythm builds trust, deepens attraction, and turns ordinary conversation into genuine connection. When a woman is truly interested in you, she starts revealing little pieces of her inner world, personal stories, hidden dreams, or deep thoughts she doesn't usually share with just anyone. These aren't random confessions. They're signs she feels a growing sense of trust and wants to build something more meaningful with you. Picture this. You're having a light, casual chat, and suddenly she says something like, "Hardly anyone knows this, but I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano." Or maybe, "This place reminds me of a really tough time in my life." Moments like these don't just happen by chance. They're her way of opening a small window into her world, inviting you to see beyond the surface. According to female psychology, when a woman shares something personal, it's her way of deepening emotional intimacy. She wants to know if you'll meet her at that same level of openness. So, when she does, make it count. Listen closely. Ask thoughtful questions. Show genuine curiosity. The more she feels that you value what she's sharing, the stronger her trust in you becomes. And that's how emotional attraction grows. Now, here's something else to pay attention to. When a woman likes you, she doesn't want the moment to end. Even when it's time to part ways, she'll look for reasons to keep you there just a little longer. Maybe as you're wrapping up, she suddenly says, "Oh, before you go, I just remembered something." Or, "Hey, one last thing. What do you think about..." She's not doing this because she forgot to mention something important. It's her way of extending the connection, keeping that spark alive for just a few more moments. In female psychology, this desire to prolong interaction is one of the clearest signs of attraction. When she enjoys your company, every goodbye feels too soon, and she'll always find a reason to stay in your presence just a little bit longer. If she lingers a little longer before saying goodbye, don't rush the moment. Stay present. Respond naturally. These small pauses are golden opportunities to deepen your connection. Because when someone finds reasons to extend the time they spend with you, it's never by accident. It's a sign she's enjoying your company. Remember, actions will always speak louder than words. If she's choosing to stay, even in subtle ways, it's because something about you draws her in. With these 9 signals, you now have a clearer understanding of what a woman might be communicating, not through words, but through gestures, energy, and presence. Because truthfully, women rarely express interest directly. Instead, they reveal it in the quiet, unspoken language of body movement and attention, a language only the observant can read. So, if you've noticed some of these signals from someone special, pay attention. You might be standing in front of an opportunity you didn't see before. And when that moment comes, respond with confidence and authenticity. That's what creates real, lasting connection. My name is Celia, and I've created this space as a refuge, a place to explore deep, eye-opening topics with respect and wisdom. Together, we'll look beyond the obvious, into the gestures, words, and subtle details that shape how we experience love and connection. Let's discover how to better understand others and ourselves so we can live more authentic, fulfilling lives. Because every moment of awareness, every small act of reflection brings us closer to the kind of connection that truly matters. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. What's coming next is filled with insights that will surprise you and help you read the nuances of female psychology you may have missed until now. And if you've made it this far, congratulations. It means you're serious about personal growth and understanding others on a deeper level. To show you've stayed with me till the end, comment "I love W" below and tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to know who's sharing this journey of discovery with me.